Nerve here. Wanted to do something a little different today. With Infinite Warfare coming out, I thought it might be kind of fun to go back and play some Ghosts. Although, as far as on PC, there's only about 300 or 400 people that play it in the world. So finding an online match would be pretty difficult. And even if I did find one, it's going to be really high ping and annoying. So I figure screw it. I'll just play some bots and set the kill range to 100 just to make it last a little longer of a match, but see how it goes. I played one earlier and it's funny, the bots in this game, they kind of set them up in a realistic way, in the sense that if you get close to one, it'll knife you, which is kind of like that in most COD games, but in this one you'll also have corner camping bots. They'll just hang out in a corner and do the whole noob corner thing.
Team deathmatch.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the Infinite Warfare beta stuff, and the jury's kind of out. I know a lot of people were mad about the quote-unquote time to kill, which I'm guilty of complaining about that too, but it's not necessarily the time to kill that's an issue, because it seems to be about the same speed as this game, which is fine. It's a connection problem. Apparently the game has connection issues, which have been getting better. Hopefully it'll be working much better by the time the game actually launches. For our sake. God, I wish we had a chance to play it on PC though, the beta, because games tend to run much worse on PC because of all the different setup variables. See that guy? Freaking corner camping bot. Alright, Cujo. Come on in, buddy. Another corner camping bot. Always makes me feel bad when they kill my dog. I know it's a game, but still. My poor puppies. Graphics look pretty good. You know, it's funny, back when this game first launched, obviously the hardware that was out at that time was nowhere near as good as it is now. So going back and playing with my current hardware on an old game plays so much better. It looks good too. It doesn't look that bad. I remember the single player campaign looking really good actually, especially for being a COD. I know one of the things people complain about a lot with COD games are the graphics, but I don't mind these graphics. This game, the issue was the color scheme. The colors are kind of, I don't know what you want to call them, flat or washed out. There's not all a differentiation between characters and their surroundings.
Guard dog killed in action.
No. Number 25. So especially this map isn't too bad, but that big jungle map is freaking ridiculous. You could just sit still and no one could see you. You just sit there and hang out. So I'm sure campers love this game for that reason. It's harder to spot people. It's funny too, because in Infinite Warfare it looks like they've added so many options as far as perks for guns and all these additional perks. It seems like that's kind of Infinity Ward's claim to fame now, is having really kind of bloated perk systems in their games. Because this one was the same way. This one had so many different perks and things, different options you could use. I kind of like it to be a little more simplified, but I think it looks better. The way that it works in Infinite Warfare looks better than it did in this one, I think. Of course, my opinion. Damn it. Sniped! Oh, it's optic pomage. Oh, man. It's cool, too, in this game you could... Well, it's kind of cool, but it also adds another layer of things you have to consider when you're playing. You can put different score streaks on each class. Knife, bitch! So if you have a streak that you like specifically, you probably want to put it on each class. Oh man. Wall hacks, you see him move there? Report that guy. I like this secondary, this little gold gun. I think they added it to the game a little while back or something. I'm probably way off with that assessment. But it looks to be like some kind of DLC gun or something that they threw in there at one point. There's another one too. Can't remember what it is. But it's like once you reach a certain level, you can use these certain guns. That guy was on his way to corner camp. Yeah, with Infinite Warfare, I think the maps so far don't look that great, and I almost feel like the reason that they designed the maps to be as small as they are in their current state is because of this game. People complain so much about the maps being too big. The only reason the maps are too big, though, was because the movement system in this game isn't like Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare. So, with Infinite Warfare's movement, you can actually have the maps be a little bigger, like Stonehaven size, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. They also said something in the with the matchmaking. They said that they've been working on tweaking the matchmaking, and kind of concerning because I know in Black Ops 3, whether they want to admit it or not, it's obvious that it's based on skill because I can usually predict who's going to be on my team just based on the lobby leaderboard. In most public leaderboards, I'll be, if not the top player, I'll be in the top 3. And so what it'll do, it'll take the worst players in the entire lobby and put them on my team. And I'm really hoping that this game is not like that. I mean, I realize that it can be unfun for bad players to all be grouped together on one team, but sometimes it's fun. It's nice to not have to sweat, you know? That's why I almost prefer when the matchmaking is 100% random. Because that way you're going to have some matches where you get all the worst players in your team. You're going to have some matches where you're all the best players against the worst, getting a million score streaks. I think it actually balances out better that way. I could be mistaken. But in theory, the concept makes sense in my head. There's another guy right there. Pretty sad I can't get streaks.
Friendly SATCOM active.
Let me try to get my top streak in here, which was what, Maniac or something? Well, I can't. I got 3 kills left, so that's not gonna happen. All right.
Nice work, Ghosts. Well done.
45 and 10. That's a bullshitting around. All right, guys. I just thought I'd do something interesting today in preparation for the new game coming out, and I'm not going to be posting probably a lot more Black Ops 3 stuff. The game's been kind of dying down, and I just don't enjoy it that much. And I was hoping that they were going to have some more weapon bribe options where, you know, you could, with 500 keys, you could get a guaranteed gun like they did before. But you know, after saving up again over 1,000 keys a couple weeks ago, I was like, well, obviously it's about to be Infinite Warfare time, so even if I get a new gun, when am I going to use it? So I went ahead and spent all the keys and got some new camos and stuff, and I don't know. I mean, I've still been doing the daily challenges and whatnot, and I'll do at least one or two more Black Ops 3 videos, but in the meantime, I'm kind of just biding my time until the new game comes out. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me for a minute, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace!